Hi guys, welcome to my channel Sansara. Today we are going to discuss another basic array problem. This is the last easy problem in the arrays. Later we can move to the medium and hard problems in the array. Next topic is hash map. And if you haven't practiced the previous video problems, go to my previous video, watch it, learn it, practice and come here and watch it and practice the practice problem I'm going to provide for this video as well. Okay, let's get into the video. Cyclically rotate an array by 1. What is the question stating that you have an array 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. These are the elements that they will provide. So they are asking us to rotate array by 1 in a cyclic order. Cyclic order means a clockwise order like this. So if you rotate the one element in the array in a clockwise order, so fifth position will go to the first one. So what is the one position we have to rotate in cyclic order. So what is the last element here? 5. 5 will move to the first position. What are the elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it's already moved to the first position. So 5, 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is they want. We have to rotate an array in cyclic order to get this cyclic order array. Okay. So how we can solve this? This is how we have to solve. Like rotate, they're mentioning about cyclic orders clockwise or something, but the actual question is we have to place the last element in the first position. Remaining elements should be in a sequential order. So what does that mean? So what are the last element in the array? Okay, what are the last element in the array? Last element should be comes first. What are the elements of from the first to except the last minus 1 in a sequential order, like 0, 1, 2 except last minus 1, last element minus 1. This should be in a sequential order. Okay, it's clear, right? So we can solve directly in a normal way. We can think like take a new array, we'll store the last element. So last element in the new array. So last element will place it here. So last element here is 5. We take an example of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we're going to store the last element first. So for remaining elements, I'm going to iterate every element except the last element. I'm going to store every element in a sequential order. So what are the elements? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Except last element, I'm going to store every element in the sequential order. So I'll do a for loop that can go up to n minus 1, last minus 1. Okay, last minus 1. So we are going to insert all elements because it's already stating that it won't go to 5. So we are going to store every element in a sequential order. So first we will insert 1 here, next 2, next 3 and 4. We are having to go to 5. So this is the answer array. So we can give the result. Fine. But the question here is you can't use an extra array. Right. The question here is you can't use an extra array. You have to solve within the array. Right. You can't use an extra array. You have to solve this problem without taking extra array. Now what is the time complexity for loop? It taking order of n and taking an extra array order of n. So space complex is order of n, time complex is order of n. Fine. But the question here is you have to solve this by without using an extra space. This is what we have to do by using optimizations. Okay, how we have to optimize? We'll think with an example how we have to optimize. The question here is, and we'll take with an example. First 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, what is the answer array? 5, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So what is the what we can think? 4 is moved to next position, 3 is moved to next position, 2 is moved to next position, 1 is moved to next position. Okay, we can do this, right? Except the last one, remaining every element moved to the next element. So if I is there, I plus 1 will be replaced with I. This is an I plus 1 position. For suppose 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are indexes. Okay, so the fourth element will be replaced with the third position element, right? So fourth element replaced with the third position element, and third position will be replaced with the second position element. So third position replaced with the second position element, and the second position element will be replaced with the first position element, right? 2 here replace the second position will be replaced by 1th position element, so second position will be replaced with first position. Likewise, first position will be replaced by 0th position element, except the last one. Everything is like this, right? So they're saying that I plus 1 will be replaced with the ith element. Fine. Only thing missing here is the last element. Only last element is there, so we can store the last element in somewhere. Fine. We can store the last element in somewhere. We can use the remaining elements. I plus 1 position will be replaced with replaced by I, and we can store the last element somewhere. After the iteration, I'm going to store the last element value in the first position. That will be fine, right? Observe with the example how we have to solve. So only last element is missing, so we are going to store last element somewhere, like 5. The example is same, 1, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so we are just replacing the last element. Okay, and what we are going to do, we are saying that 4th position will be replaced by 3rd position value, right? So what is the 3rd position here? 0, 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 4th position value replaced by 3rd position value. So we are going to replace 4th value here, right? In a first iteration, we are going to replace the 4th position value by 3rd position. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Up to this, fine. 4th position value replaced by 3rd position. What is the 3rd position value? 4. So we are going to replace 5 by 4. Next iteration, 3rd position will be replaced by 2nd position value. These are things not I'm now creating. We are just discussed here, right? These are the things we are just implementing. So 3rd position value replaced by 2nd position. Okay, second iteration, 1, 2, 3 and 3rd position value replaced by 2nd position value. So 3 here and 4 here. So this is completed. Now second with the first position. So 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 4. This is completed. Now first position will be replaced by 0th position. 1 here. 1 will be replaced in the first position. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Except the first position, every element is in desired positions. Like what we want, the answer should be 5, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So everything is matches up to the until the first position. Everything is matches. Only the last position, first position should be replaced with the last position value. Now we are storing the last position value in somewhere. We can store somewhere. So after all the iteration, we can directly replace the last element here. So there is a 1. So we are just replacing with the 5. So now exactly same. We got it. Here we are not taking any extra space. We are just taking an extra variable with the order of 1 space complexity. Time complexity is always order of n only. So you understand the question, right? We'll write the pseudocode now. Okay. First thing first, we have to store the last element. N equal to length of the array. So it is 5. Elements are 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5. Right. So last element arrays it is. Last element should be stored somewhere. So array of n minus 1. So last variable consists of 5. Now what we have to do? We have to traverse from the backward. N minus 2 to up to 0 we have to traverse, right? This is what we have to do, because we are just starting with the 4th position, say 3rd position, 2nd position, 1st position, means we are just doing the same thing, right? So same thing we are going to do. We'll take traverse from backward for I in n minus 2 to up to 0. We have to traverse like this, and array of I plus 1 replace it with array of I. So n minus 1 here means 5 minus 2. 5 minus 2 means 3rd position. 3rd position value 3 plus 1 means 4. So 4th position value will be replaced with 3rd position value. Right? This means that only, right? I plus 1 position will be replaced with I. Right? That is what we have discussed. So fourth position will be replaced with third position. Ith plus 1 position will be replaced with the ith position value. So this is what it does, and up to 0. So after this iteration we will traverse the same thing. Initially n minus 1 means n minus 2 means third position, I plus 1 means 4. Fourth position will be replaced by ith position, third position value. So same ways. So it will the last position will be replaced by 4. Next is third, 2, 1 and 1, but still we need here is 5, right? So what we can do, we are going to replace the last element value with the first position. So after the for loop, last element. Okay, we are just taken an extra array, extra element that stores the last value, and we are just traverse from last minus 2 to up to 0th position. We are just replacing the I plus 1 value with I value, and we are just replacing the last value to the 0th position value. That's it. This is what we have done. And time complex here is we are just doing only one for loop. So its time complexity is order of n, space complexity order of 1 only. We are not taking an n size array or something previously what we have discussed before optimization. Now we are taking only constant space. We are taking in one variable. So the time complexity here is order of n. The space complexity here is order of 1 only. Done. We'll write the code, right? We can write the code. We're going to start writing the code for this, and this is an easy problem that is available on a Geeks for Geeks platform. The question is rotate array by 1. Okay, so what is the first thing we have to do? We have to know the size of the array. So int n equal to array dot size, and next what is the thing? Next thing, we have to store the last element. So int last equal to array of n minus 1. Next we have to traverse from backward. So int I equal to n minus 2. Next array of I plus 1 value will be replaced by array of I. Last thing, we have to store the replace the first position with the last element. So array of 0 will be replaced with last element that we have stored previously. It is running. Compile it successfully. We'll submit the code. This is successfully submitted. We are going to write the code in Java. And same thing, int n equal to array dot length. Take the last element. And I equal to n minus 1, n minus 2. And we are going to replace the I position value, I plus 1 position value by array of I, array of 0 by array of, not array, just last element. It is just compiling. It is successful, so submit the code. Fine, it is also successfully run. We'll write the code in Python. Same thing, same as like way before. Take a length, so array length of array. And next, what is the thing we have to do? Sorry, I think we have to zoom a little bit more. Now what we have to do? We have to take the last element. In range n minus 2 to minus 1 and minus 1, array of I plus 1, array of I. Last thing last, we have to do array of 0th position will be replaced with last element. We'll check the compiler now. Okay, it is compiled successfully. We'll submit the code. This is going to be submitted successfully. Yeah, this is also submitted successfully. DSA, if you want to get master in it, practice. Other than practice, you can't learn by watching my video, any other videos, you can't learn it. Only thing in DSA is you have to practice. So practice the problems I'm providing, and this is up to me. I'm going to give you the practice problems for this video as well, and practice those problems. And that's it, guys. If you like my video, do like, share, subscribe. We'll meet in the next video.